Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Amina. I'm from Samudra University English Education Study Program Unit 2. Here I will explain about the role of linguistic in everyday life. So, as we know, the notion of linguistic in the study of language, the term linguistic comes from the word lingui, which means language in Latin. Linguistic is divided into two types, namely general linguistic and special linguistic. The difference between general linguistic and special, that is, if general linguistic is the science of linguistic in general, which is not tied to one language only, while special linguistic focus its studies on one language only. Branches of general linguistics can be divided based on the object of discuss. Some of the object under discussion include include phonetics and phonology, sound of language, morphology, or word formation, syntax or sentence formation, rulers, and semantics or words meaning. Okay, one, phonetics and phonology. Phonetic is a study that discusses the speech process. Phonetic explain how certain sound and produced both in terms of quantity and quality. Phonology is a field of general linguistics that studies the function of sound to distinguish in or indefinite words. The object of phonology research is phonemes, namely the sounds of language that can or function to distinguish the meaning of words. Uh, Phonetics is the study of sound that acts as a medium from Uh, human language. The scope of phonetics language include the formation of sounds by sound makers to the meaning of message for sound by sound listeners. Okay, to morphology. Morphology is a branch of linguistics that analyzes the structure, form, and formation and classification of words. The object of this research in morpheme, which is the smallest grammatical unit that has many examples or morphemes are affixes. For example, me and me, can, at, uh, or particle kah or lah. Okay, three. Syntax tell about word in relation to other words on other elements as a unit of speech. Things that are commonly studied in syntax include syntaxes in structure, including function, problems, categories, and syntaxis rules. Syntaxis unit in the form of the words, phrase, clauses, sentences, than dictionaries and dictionaries. Things related to syntax such as mode, express. Okay, for one semantic. Semantic is a branch of linguistics that studies the meaning of language. These that are discussed in the semantic include the nature and of meaning, types to meaning relation, change in meaning, and other things related to the meaning of language. Linguistic also provides direct benefit to people engaged in language-related activities such as linguistic teachers, translator, dictionary compilers, textbook compilers and compilers and politician. The benefit of studies linguistic are: first, for linguistics themselves, extensive knowledge of linguistics will centrally be a very helpful in completing on carrying out their duties for research, politician, and literary linguistic enthusiasts. It will help them to understand literary work better because language which is the object of linguistic research is a plane where literary works are born. It is impossible that we cannot understand literary works without having a good knowledge of the nature and structure of language. Moreover, it is important to remember that literary works as a special variety of language that is not the same as the general linguistic. Okay, second, for teachers, especially knowledge. Teacher linguistic knowledge is very important, starting from the disciplines of phonology, morphology, syntax, semantic, lexicology, to knowledge of the relationship between language and society and culture. How can a language skills if he does not master phonology? How can practice writing skill if the does not master spelling, morphology, syntax, semantic, and lexical? And in addition, as a language teacher, he not only has to practice language skills, but also to has explained the rules of the language clearly. Why, for example, reads or reads while hearing hears he that to explain the rule, not just saying that's how it should be. There are conflicting views between language teaching and linguistic teaching in prescriptive or normative, while linguistic in descriptive. So in the hands of a teacher who understand linguistic to the uh, different views can be understand, he will be able to formulate perspective rulers from descriptive rulers so that teaching can homework. Okay, the benefit of linguistic include linguistic help complete and carry out their details or in language in investigation. Language teacher train and teach language skill. Translator helps in getting good translator result. Dictionary builder help in compiling a completed and good dictionary. Textbook compiler help in discussing word and constructing the right sentence. Politicians assistant in their activities of communicating with the crowd. Okay, that's all from my explain. Helpful, it's as useful. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.